Okay, who else is ready? Okay, Chipego is also ready. Who else? Okay. Lucy, I can see you're trying to say something. Okay, so good luck. Just mute your mic. You can just turn off your mic so that we should start class. Do you even know how to mute your mic? Uzazi mi hapo Nigeria. Okay, so let us start. I think our friends are going to join us as they come or as they resolve such issues. So just remember today what we're doing. We are looking at these simple questions and a little bit challenging questions on simultaneous equations. So remember, we are not in class like in a physical class whereby I'm able to see you. So what I'll expect you guys to do is to follow these simple rules. One rule that I want you guys to do is when you have a question, you want to ask a question. There is this hand that you're able to see here. Are you able to see my cursor? Where it is? Okay. So even even on your screens, you're able to see this. So if you want to ask a question, just click on this one. Once you click here, I'll receive a notification to say someone has raised up his or her hand, then I'll be able to attend to you. Yes. And then apart from that, don't feel shy. Now this is the time to shine. Those people who feel shy asking questions in class. Now, since you're at home, you ask, no sir, what have you done there? I didn't understand this concept. How can we solve this one? Are we ready to start? Okay. Okay. So, the first question. The first question that we have here, we have the first one which is saying 2x, which is saying 2x plus 3 we have this, that is our first question. 2x plus 3 is equal to 8. Then we have 2x minus y is equal to 4. So how can we solve this problem? So what I'll do, I'm not going to solve from this page. I'm going to open another page where I'll be able to solve these problems. Okay. Okay. So we have 2x plus 3 is equal to 8. We have 2x minus y is equals to 4. Okay. Let me just write it down here. So the first one we have, who can remember the question? It is 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. Then the down one, two x minus y is equal to 4. Okay, so just write this question in your book so that you should follow what I'm doing. Okay, so now how can we solve this problem? Okay, so remember this is a discussion. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. So this question, which is saying 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. Then we have 2x minus y is equal to 4. Okay, remember the main aim here that we're trying to do, we're trying to find the value of x. At the same time, we want to find the value of y. So we want to find the value of x, of which we don't know. We also find the value of y, I mean x and y that we don't know. Okay, so now we have several methods of solving these problems. So we have methods like elimination. We also have another method which is substitution. Okay, so for the first example, I'm going to show you both methods. Then once we use both methods to solve this problem, I'm going to ask you guys to choose which method you are comfortable with, so that we're going to use that method to solve the rest of the questions. Okay, so I'm going to start by using elimination method. So for elimination method, we let me just write something here so that you guys should be able to understand. Suppose I'm having let's say 2b minus 2b. Who can tell me the answer here? 2b minus 2b, what will be the answer? Okay, negative 2b. Others, what do you say? 2b minus 2b. What could be the answer? Okay, so one says negative 2b will be the answer. Another one says b. Now let me explain what it simply means. Seems to be a little bit challenging. 2b here simply means we have how many variables b here? We have two. We have b and another b, minus we have two variables of b here, b and another b. So now when you cancel these two b and the other b, what are you going to be left with? It's 0. So 2b minus 2b simply 0 here. That's the answer. Okay, have you understood this concept? Okay, so now when you're having, let's say, 2x minus 2x, these are similar and you're subtracting, the answer will be 0. So for elimination, we're going to be finding terms which are like this. It could be 2x, it could be 5x, 5y. As long as the numbers are the same, then we can use the method of eliminating to solve this simultaneous equation. Okay, so now in this case, I'm going to draw a line here and I'm going to draw another line down here. Why have I drawn these two lines? Kindly mute your mic. Okay, okay. So for elimination method, I'm going to draw these two lines. Good luck, you can mute your mic. Okay, so I said I'm going to draw these two lines. The reason why I'm going to draw these two lines because I want to come up with an equation down here, the resultant equation. Then I'm going to come up with a sign here that is going to eliminate the terms that I want to eliminate. So now the question that I have for you guys is, from what we just did here previously, what sign can I put in front of this line? Make sure that if I put that sign in front here, it should eliminate these two terms that are similar. What sign can I put here? Is it positive? Okay. Yes, I'm going to put negative. Let me explain why I have said negative or why she has said negative. Remember, we're trying to write this equation in 1. So if I'm trying to write this equation down here, I'm going to start with this term on top. So I'll be coming here, then I get this sign, then I come down here. Okay. So I'll get my 2x that is on top. But before I get the other x, I'm going to subtract because this is the sign I've chosen to put in front of this line. So it will be 2x minus 2x. And then I'm having positive 3y, positive 3y here. So I'm going to write plus 3y and then I'm going to get this sign before I get this variable down here. I'm going to get minus. But before I get this y, I'm going to ask myself to say what sign is in front of this variable. So the sign in front of this variable is simply a negative. Now I can't write a negative and negative like this together. These two can never be close together. So I'm going to open a bracket. Then I'm going to write my variable y. Then I'm going to write this equal sign. Then I'm going to get 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4. So this is the equation that I have written with this sign down here. So now let's say suppose someone uses a positive sign here. Let us see what will happen. So it will be let's say we have a positive here. So it will become 2x plus 2x. Then I'm having positive 3y plus minus y is equal to 8 plus 4. Okay. So now let us solve these equations. Let us see which one is correct, because our main aim here, the main aim is to cancel these two terms that are similar, because this first term is 2x and the other one is 2x. So we're trying to eliminate the value of x so that we should remain with one value, which is y, and it will be easy for us to find this unknown value. Okay. So now in this case, let us subtract. What is 2x minus 2x? What will be the answer if I subtract these two? The answer will be 0. Yes, the answer will be 0. Then I'm going to get my positive 3y. Remember, you guys, you learned how to simplify algebra. What is negative multiplied by negative? Yeah, I like this. You have been studying. So it will be positive y is equal to, what is 8 minus 4? 8 minus 4 is 4. Now remember, we are not interested in this 0, so I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to add this 2. What is 3y plus y? What is 3y plus y? Yes, is 4y is equal to 4. Now, I want to remain with this unknown value, I mean this variable y. How can I get rid of this 4, the coefficient of y? Yes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the left side by 4. Why am I dividing by 4? Because this is the number in front of this unknown value, which is y. So what I've done on the left, I should also do it on the right. So I'll also divide by 4 here. So 4 and 4 will cancel. What am I going to be left with? I'll be left with, yes, y. Now the question comes in, how many times does 4 go into 4? Yes, 1. So have you seen how easy it is to find the value of y? We have, yes, we have to eliminate this unknown value. If we have x and y in one equation, guys, let's say I'm having x plus y is equal to 10. Can I find the value of x and y here? No. It's impossible, because I don't know what x is representing. I also don't know what y is representing. So that will be impossible. That's why we try to eliminate one value so that we remain with the other value. Now, suppose someone used a positive. Let us see the answer. So what is 2x plus 2x? Yes, 4x. Okay. And then I'm having my 3y here. What is positive multiplied by negative? Yes, it's negative. Then I'm going to drop my variable. Then I'm going to say, what is 8 plus 4? 8 plus 4 will give us 12. 12. Okay, so here we have 4x. What is 3y minus y? Yes, it's 2y is equal to 12. Now, I'm having x here. I'm also having y. Can I find the value of x and y at the same time? No. I can't find the value of x and y at the same time. So if you use positive, it will be wrong. If you use negative, your answer will be correct. So I know some of you have been asking yourself questions to say, now, how are you able to know which sign we'll be using? Okay, don't worry. I'm going to explain that concept. Let us just finish this, this question here. Okay, so now, since we have found the value of y to be 1, how can we find the value of x? Okay, so at this stage, we have two equations. We have the first equation here, and we have the second equation down here. So for you to find the value of x, since you know the value of y, just get any equation that you want here, either 1 or 2, to find the value of what? Of x. So for you to be very much fast in terms of solving such problems, just get an equation that has more numbers, like this one down here. We only have y here and 2, but on top we have 3 and 2, and 8 is a big number. This might be challenging. But if you're a person who is very much difficult in terms of handling negative signs, then you should avoid equation 2. But both of them will give you the same answer. Let us do this. Okay. Let us do this. Let me draw these numbers, this line nicely. Okay. So let's say we have this equation here. I just want to show you that both equations will give us the same answer. Let's say we have equation 2 here. Okay, so let us say where there is y, we are going to replace with 1 because we have found the value of y. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm having my 2x here plus 3. Where there is y, I'll put 1. But remember what I said when I was teaching you. I said to say whenever you're replacing a number with a variable, always open brackets. Thank you very much. If you don't open the bracket, you just put a 1 here, this number becomes 31, of which is very much wrong. So that's why I said you open the bracket, because you have to multiply. This answer is equated to 8. So I'm having 2x here. What is 3 multiplied by 1? 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, is equal to 8. Okay, so now this is an equation. How can we solve this equation? I'm going to group like terms. From here, I'm saying I'm going to group like terms. I'm going to group like terms. Okay, so I know that this is just a number 3, and I know this is just a number 8. So, which means these two can be added. It simply means 3 will cross the equal sign, will come there, so that I can subtract it or add it with 8. Okay, so let us do that. So I'm having my 2x here. This 3 will cross the equal sign, then it simply means I'll move it from here. And then once I write this equal sign, what number are we able to see here? It's 8. And then what happens when a number crosses the equal sign? Yes, sign changes. So here, since 3 was positive on the left side, on the right side, 3 will become negative, like that. So I'm having 2x here. What is 8 minus 3? 8 minus 3 is, yes, it's 5. Now, how can I remain with this unknown value, which is the x? Yes, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So this and this will cancel. So if I want, I can leave my answer like this. Or if I want, I can say, how many times does 2 go into 5? 2 goes, yes, it goes there 2 times. Let me just use another ink. It goes there 2 times, remainder 1 over the denominator 2. And this will be our answer. If we use this problem, this will be our answer. Okay, now suppose we come to this one. This one we are having 2x minus, while there is y, I'm going to put a 1. So I'm going to put a 1 here is equal to 4. Okay, what do we do here? We can't subtract this because they are different. So 1, yes, thank you very much. I'm going to group like terms. So 1 will cross the equal sign and go there. But we know to say when a number crosses the equal sign, sign must change. So negative 1 will become positive 1, isn't it? So I'm having my 2x here. What is 4 plus 1? 5. So this stage here, it is simply this stage that we reached here. So I'm going to divide throughout by 2, going to divide by 2. So x here will be 2, remainder 1 over 2. So whichever equation you choose, it will still give you the same answer. So first of all, a summary on what I did here. For us to solve this problem, we said the first thing, we have to check these numbers. We have to check equation 1 and equation 2 to see if we have any numbers which are same, identical. So it was discovered that we have 2x here in equation 1 and we also have 2x in equation 2. This made our work easy. We eliminated these two terms, then we remained with these variables and then equated them to these variables. And then how did we get to choose which sign to use here? Okay, so this sign will be based on these two numbers which are similar. It will be based on 2x and the other 2x. So we know to say minus means subtracting. So for me to subtract these two numbers, I have to add a negative sign. If I add a positive sign here, then I won't subtract these two numbers. Then I won't be able to find the value of x and y. So I used the negative here. Why? Because I wanted to subtract these two numbers. Now, suppose I had a similar problem to this one. Let's say the first 2x was negative, like that. Suppose the first number was negative, then the second number was positive. What sign am I going to use? Am I going to maintain negative or positive? Remember, I'll put a sign here that will make these two subtract. What sign am I going to use here? Negative. Okay. Others, what do you say? Others, what do you say? Am I going to put negative or positive? Okay, I'm going to put positive. Others, I'm going to put negative. Irene, what sign am I going to put there? Negative. Lucy, what sign am I going to put? Okay. Chipego, what sign am I going to put there? Chipego. Okay. Seems she's very far away. Okay, let us see which sign we're going to put here. So let's say I put negative here. Let's say I put a negative. So how can we write this equation now? This equation will be written as negative 2x, which is this one. I'm going to write minus the other positive 2x. Positive 2x. Now, let us try to see if these two will be eliminated. Okay, so negative 2x. What is negative times positive? Negative times positive is, yes, it's negative 2x. Now, we learned integers. What does the rule of same sign say? Yes. When the signs are the same, we are going to add the numbers and we keep the very same sign. Yes. Then when the signs are different, we subtract. Now, since this 2x is negative and the other 2x is also negative, I'm going to add these two because they're having the same sign. So the answer will be negative 4x. Now the question I'll ask you is, have we eliminated the unknown variable x here? We have not. So it simply means if I use negative, the answer will be wrong. Yes. So what sign am I going to use here? Let us try positive. Let us try positive here. Okay. How is the equation going to be? I'm going to get this number on top. The number is negative 2x. Then I'll get positive 2x. Okay. So I'm having negative 2x here. What is positive times positive? Positive. Okay. What does the rule of different signs say? Yes. Yes. When the signs are different, we subtract the numbers. Now remember, I remember telling you this in class to say, suppose I'm having identical numbers, let's say 10 and another 10. Let's say the first one is negative and the second one is positive. What did we say the answer was here? The answer should be 0. Why? Because we know that when the signs are different, we subtract the numbers. So what is 10 minus 10 is simply a 0. So we're going to use the same concept here. We know that these numbers are the same. This is 2x and this is 2x. And the first one is negative, the second one is positive. So 2x minus 2x will give us 0. Then simply means we have eliminated this variable x. Then it will be easy for us to find the value of y. So we have come to a conclusion to say, for you to know which sign you are going to use, the secret is when these numbers are having the same sign. If this was positive and the other one was positive, you add a negative outside here. You're going to use a negative. If this was negative and this was negative, you're still going to use a negative. So the secret here is, when solving simultaneous equation, once you identify these numbers which are the same, they are having the same sign, you are going to use negative. But if they had different signs, let's say the first one negative, the second one positive, then you're going to use positive. Is it clear? Okay. Is it clear, Chabota, Irene, and Lucy? Okay. Okay. It's clear. So we are simply saying here that when the signs are the same, the numbers that we have identified to be the same, which is 2x and the other 2x, when they're having the same sign, it could be positive or negative. What do? We add a negative sign. When the signs are different, one is positive, the other one is negative, we add a positive sign. Okay, I hope that is clear. I wanted to write it here, but because of time, I'm not going to write it. But this video is recorded. I'll be able to share it once we are done with class, so that you'll be able to watch it at your own time. Okay, so we have answered the first question. So because of time, I'm going to allow you guys to choose one more question from the first section. Then the rest will be a task. So we're going to get one question from here and one question from here. So which one do you want? Let us choose which one we want to solve. Of course, we know that the first one has already been answered. Which among these four should we solve, and which among these two should we solve? Do you all agree? Irene, do you guys agree? Chipego, do you agree? Lucy, David, and Irene. Okay, these people, silence simply means everything is okay. So we're going to solve the third one and the first one from the other section. Okay, so just help me remember this question so that I should write it down. Okay, what was the question? So from the first one, we've chosen 3. I hope it's 3 that you have chosen. Okay, yes, it's 3. So just write this question down so that you should be able to assist me when I need it. Okay, so give me the question. Give me the question. 3x plus 2y is equal to 7. Then the 3x minus y is equal to 4. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Okay, so we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 7. We have 3x minus y is equal to 4. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to use eliminating method. So in this case, I have identified to say which numbers are similar here in the first example, in the first equation and the second equation. So it's 3x. So what did we say? What sign is in front of 3x here? And what sign is in front of the other 3x? Okay, so when the signs are the same, what sign am I going to add here? Yes, the sign will be negative. Okay, so now here I'm going to go direct. What is 3x minus 3x? 3x minus 3x will give me 0. What is 2y minus y? So remember, I'm going to write this term here. I'm going to write positive y, then I'll get this negative. Before getting this one, I'll first get a negative. Then I'm going to say, okay, my other y has a negative, so I have to open the bracket. Then I'm going to say, what is 7 minus 4? What is 7 minus 4? Yes, 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, let me solve this equation. 2y, what is negative multiplied by negative? Is positive what? Y is equal to 3. What is 2y plus y? Is 3y is equal to 3. Then I divide both sides by 3. So this 3 and this 3 will cancel. I'll remain with y. Then I'm going to say What is 3 into 3? 1. So I have found the value of y to be 1. So I'm just going to get this value 1 and place it in any of this equation for me to get the value of x. Okay, so the second step now, I get equation 2. I'll say 3x minus, while there is y, I'm going to put 1 because that's the value we have found, is equal to 4. Okay, grouping like terms, 1 crosses the equal sign, the equation becomes 3x is equal to 4 plus 1. So 3x is equal to 4 plus 1 will give us 5. Then I'll divide by 3. I'll divide by 3. Then I'll say, how many times does 3 go into 5? It goes there 1. Remainder 2 over the same denominator, which is 3. So how do you present your answer in an exam? You say, therefore, y is equal to 1, comma, x is equal to 1, 2 over 3. Then this is your answer. Okay, so let us now solve the last one. Kindly copy this question. Copy the last question so that you should be able to assist me. Okay, so on the other section, we have chosen question 1, and the question is saying 3x plus 4y is equal 9. Yes. Then we have 2x plus 5y is equal to 7. Okay, so what is the solution? Okay, so this one is a little bit different from the other one. No wonder the second part was saying a little bit challenging questions. Okay, but anyway, let us see how we can make this simple for us to solve. Okay, so now remember what we have been saying. We have been saying to say, for us to solve the value of x and y, we need to make sure that the coefficient of x and the coefficient of the other x should be same, or the coefficient of y and the other y should be the same. Now, in this question, we know that all these numbers are different. So for us to solve this directly, it won't work out. So we need to make either x, the coefficient of x and the other x to be same, or the coefficient of y and y to be same. One of the two, the answer will still be the same. Okay, so in this case, what I'll do, I'm going to get the coefficient of this x down here. I'll write it on top. I'll get the coefficient of the other x here and write it down. It's more like I'm writing a cross. These 3 will come down, these 2 will come down. So I'm going to multiply 2 by all these terms here, and I'm going to multiply 3 by all these terms here. Then we're going to come up with something similar to what I'm about to write down here. Okay, coming. Okay, so if I multiply by 2 throughout, what is 2 times 3x? It will give us 6x, plus 2 times 4y will give us 8y. Yes, 2 times 9 will give us 18. I'm trying to solve this question very fast because I know you guys are dozing. So 3 multiplied by 2x will give us 6x plus 3 multiplied by 5y will give us 15y. It's 15. Okay. 3 multiplied by 7 will give us 21. Okay. Now we have changed this question, the first one. We have changed it from this form to this form. We cannot solve it here. Why? Because all these numbers are different. We cannot cancel x or y. But now we have multiplied 3 by this equation and 2 by the other equation. It has given us this equation. So this question turned out to be this question. Now we know to say we have 6x and the other 6x. Simply means it's easy for me to eliminate x because the coefficients are the same. So I'm going to draw a line here. Then I'm going to eliminate this 6. Then I'm going to say, what is 15 plus 8? What is 15 plus 8? So, yes, 15 plus 8 will give me 23. Y is equal to, what is 21 plus 18? 21 plus 18, 34. You sure? What is 8 plus 1? 9. What is 1 plus 2? 3. Okay, so I'm going to divide both sides by 23. I'm going to divide both sides by 23. This and this will cancel. Then at this stage, I'm going to ask myself to say, is there any number that can go in 23 and 39 without leaving a remainder? Okay. Are you sure 3 can go into 23? No. 2 cannot also go into 23. So 23, there is no number that could go in it. So the answer just remains 39 over 23. That's the value of y. For us to find the value of x, we're going to replace 39 over 3 in any of the two equations. So I'll choose the first one. So I'm having 6x plus 8, open bracket. While there is y, I'm putting 39 over 23. This question had big numbers. Okay. 6x plus, at this stage, I'm going to multiply 8 times 39 divided by 23. So 8 times 39, this one is giving us a big value. So 8 times 39. So here, I'm going to multiply 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is simply 72. So I'm going to write 2 carry 7. And then I'm going to say what is 8 times 3, which is 24. 24 plus 7, which is 31. Like that. Over this denominator 23 is equal to 18. By grouping like terms, I'm going to transpose this one from the left to the right. So I'm having 6x is equal to 18 minus 312 over 23. Okay, so at this stage, I'm going to divide by 1 for us to form a fraction. Then the common denominator will be 23. This question had big numbers. Okay, it had big numbers. Let us just finish. So 1, how many times does 1 go into 23? It goes there 23 times. 23 times 18. 23 times 18 will simply give us 414. and then 23 into 23 is 1. 3 times 3, 12. It has given us 312 over 23. Remember, on the other side we have 6x. Okay, maybe by subtracting these two numbers, I think the answer now will be reduced. So we have 6x is equal to, what is 414? What is 414 minus 313? 414 minus 313, I mean 312. So 4 minus 2 is 2, 1 minus 1 is 0, 4 minus 1 is 1. It has given us 102, yes, over 23. Then at this stage, I'm going to divide by 6 both sides by 6. Then x will be, remember we have two fractions here. The original one is 102 over 23, and this can be written as this. Then we know, we have learned to say that when we have a division here, we can change it to multiplication to give us something like this. Okay, so 102 times 1, it will simply give us 102, and then 23 times 6 will simply give us 138. So let me finish it from here. So now let us try to see if there's a number that could go in 102 and 138 without leaving a remainder. Okay, let us try to divide by 2 first. How many times does 2 go into 10? It's 5. How many times does 2 go into 2? It's 1. How many times does 2 go into 13? It's 6, remainder 1. How many times does 2 go into 18? It's 9. Okay, so at this stage, is there any other number that could go into 51 and the 69 without leaving a remainder? And what number could be that? Okay, let us try 3. So how many times does 3 go into 5? It goes there 1, remainder 2. How many times does 2 go into 21? Is 7. How many times does 3 go into 6? Is 2. 3 into 9 is 3. So we are left with a fraction 17 over 23. And this is the value of x. Okay, so this one is very much challenging, but we'll try to focus on simple examples next time. Okay, so it looks like we have run out of time, and for today we're going to end here. So I want you to solve these last questions. You solve the second one, the fourth one, and the fifth one, and then I'll request the answers tomorrow before 19 hours. Okay, I'll be able to send the video. You'll be able to watch through again. Okay, so for now it's good night. Bye. It's like this sort of stuff. Okay, so class is done. You can kindly press on this icon for you to leave the meeting. Okay.